Welcome to Gospel Today. We continue with John's Gospel, chapter 15, verses 18 to 21. There are three distinct wisdom statements in today's Gospel. First one is against the whole context of how Jesus Christ, as a very unique person, draws not merely love, appreciation, and acceptance, he also draws hatred in this world. There are so many forces which become very alert in the presence of Christ, presence of Jesus Christ. So, explaining that context, Jesus has three wise statements to make in today's gospel. First one is, very clearly he states, my dear friends, my dear followers, my dear apostles, you are in the world, but not of the world. It has deep consequence for those who follow Jesus Christ, which means it creates a layer of world in which we live. And it also brings in a very deep experience of the impermanence of this world, and a world in which you are just now existentially living cannot be fully justified or fully accepted as the wholeness of life. You get it? So, apparently it brings in a dichotomy in a world in which I am just now living physically with the material goods that I am given or endowed with. And so this statement has to be understood from Jesus' perspective. Jesus' perspective is, yes, the world in which we live is not the full stop or completion of our existence. Our existence is more than the mere existence on this earth. Our existence is beyond our physical existence. Only then we can understand the wisdom of Jesus saying, you are in the world, but not of the world. Second wise statement Jesus gives today is, no time the servant can be higher or better than the master. If something has happened to the master, and the servant must be able to understand that same thing or even worse thing can happen to you as a servant. Which means among the human beings, while you say hierarchy of human beings, if you are going to accept someone as your leader, and if your leader is facing such painful and bitter consequences in life as Jesus did, whoever follows him, whoever loves him, whoever wants to practice his values, you are not going to get very positive response from everyone or everywhere. If the response to your master has been so bad to the level of crucifying him on the cross, how can you expect a better treatment from the people of the world who love this world as the ultimate reality? That's it. The point of difference is whether you can make this world as the ultimate reality of your existence. Such people are definitely going to challenge or even hate the teaching of Jesus Christ. Finally, Jesus ends this particular small chapter or passage saying that people do this not because they are enlightened. People hate me not because they know everything. No. People hate me due to their ignorance. Ajnana. If at all the humanity has crucified Jesus Christ, not merely the Jews who lived with him as contemporaries, but even today, Christ suffers in most of his believers. Christ is going through his passion every day in the living human being, in the climatic conditions, and the whole universe, which is still longing for whole transformation, full transformation. And Jesus attributes that to the ignorance of people. It's a fantastic word that comes from the Greek language, not knowing. The root cause is not knowing the truth, not knowing the reality as the reality, not knowing the whole understanding of life that goes beyond materiality, that goes beyond the physical existence that we have. All the three are beautiful, wise statements. You are in the world, not of the world. You cannot be treated better than your master. You are hating Jesus means you are hating not out of your enlightenment, but out of your ignorance. Otherwise, Jesus is a very amicable person. Jesus is a very affirming person. Jesus is a very compassionate person. Amen.